Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 on the WRC Carbon Coupe here. In this one we get a good volume of work done. We are going to hang the entire kit, cut in all the lights and fit them, get the front lip on, get the rear spoiler on, doors off, shave the doors, and overall prep the rest of the car for primer. So just a quick pan over the Aerosim kit here. We do have a complete video kind of walking through this kit itself in great detail in case anyone wants to see it. I'll link the video in the start here. Under the hoodie, we don't really have much of anything. We do have a motor to put in this car. It is pretty cool. It is built. We will go over that kind of as we work through it. Here we are in our interior, so we have kind of a hybrid STI type thing going on. Some aftermarket carpet and a little bit of a ratty looking flocked dash there. We've got these Cybertruck interior door panels. We also have the Cybertrunk going on back here. I feel like we're gonna end up losing the trunk because of this seam rust. This is usually irreparable, so we'll probably get him another trunk. All right, so yeah, with that being said, we are just gonna jump right into it. So we got Disciple Dill here. He is our sand manager at the sanctuary, and he is gonna start with taking apart the front end and prepping that engine bay.
Let's get it going.
All right guys, now that we have our stage 1 complete, we have our quarter cut out, and you can see behind me we have a empty void to fill. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over our outline and clean it up a little bit. Also, we are gonna install the carbon quarter back on, and it'll give us an exact outline of where to trim for the wheel well and the wheel well arches to be made when we weld the new ones in.
We now have one side of the hood cut out with the intention of sinking the hood vent into this, so that's a big hole. This was our original hole with the vents sitting on top of it. I'm gonna put the vents in, show you guys the difference and why we were going for this method versus that method. All right, there we are with the passenger vent in. As you can see, it gets a really nice profile, sinking it into the hood like that. This is definitely an easier said than done task. I am still not done this. I've actually got to make now some tabs underneath that it's actually going to bolt to. So right now it's just actually sitting there. It's just my cut was so precise that it stays floating right there just like that. And then now over to the other side, you know, I mean, this bolts down through the hood, and then my original plan was shave whatever material off of the vent itself until I got a really nice profile on the hood. But overall, let's say that, so there you can see the height difference is low as it will go to the hood versus the other side. So now I'm going to go ahead and replicate that side onto this side, and then I'm going to work on my little tabs. This is a steel hood, so it's rather forgiving as I can weld tabs underneath. Those are actually all of the original tabs, so I'm probably going to end up repurposing those to work and mount with my new vent there. We now have the complete kit hung on the car. We've got all the front end drilled and fit. We've got the hood louvers in. And we're gonna go around the car quickly, kind of show you where we're at. This fender is pretty decent. It's all drilled, it's all fit, it's all trimmed. I want to add a little bit of fill here because we run into a high spot on the door there. We also had to chop out a bunch of material in the back there to have the door open and not hit the fender, so it does this. It's very, very flexy. So I'm going to put a strip of resin and glass in behind there to add some rigidity. We have our little WRC mirrors hung in place there. They fit good. This guy here, we're actually going to end up shaving this guy, I believe. Oh wow, it still comes out. But yeah, we're going to shave it anyway, and we want it to be rad. We have our door all shaved there, the molding in the holes. We have our skirt just hung in place. This isn't permanently fixed on yet, nor are the quarter panels, but like I said, this is kind of just a stage one of getting the kit hung on the car so we can get an idea of what we're actually working with here. Quarter panel to rear bumper, the profile, the body lines and stuff like that, everything is actually really great. There isn't a lot of major work that needs to be done other than the major work that needs to be done, like wheel wells, etc., the actual molding and cutting back the kit to make it fit. Then we have our little WRC wing here. This was pretty straightforward. We've put on a new clean trunk. Rear bumper as well fits really good. We've still got to make a plate mount and plate light location. Over to the passenger side, we still have to get our fuel cap in. We have the fuel cap. We're using a really cool fuel cap that's actually meant to be used with this kit. It's like an aircraft fuel cap, kind of paying homage to the Aerosim kit and the intended use there with the fuel cap. Again, over to this door, we've got it all shaved, demoldinged. We have our skirt sitting in place, not 100% installed, but again, gives us an idea of what we're working with. Like the other fender there, we have done some trimming in here so the door opens without hitting the fender. We have our marker light holes all routed out there. Then over to this side, we have our corner markers fit into the fender. We have our bumper banana lights fit into the bumper. Down here, we have our lip roughly installed. It's just kind of self-tapped in place. We're gonna take it out, drill holes, and make a little bit better fixture there. We also have our fog light covers installed into the bumper there. So they have the tabs sliding in there. These are easily removable. Everything is in place where it's supposed to be. and that was kind of the objective in this first video with the car. As for the roof scoop, we're still unsure if we're actually going to be using this. This was just left over from another kit that we did. So it definitely looks at home on the roof of the car, but not totally sure if we're actually gonna put this on the car or not. So to be determined. All right guys, I'm gonna end the video there. Currently on this car, we are just tipping into the 100-hour mark, so not too bad considering. We have a lot of the car prepped, ready for primer. Now we're just kind of filling in the blanks on some of the stuff and moving forward from there. All right, you guys, well, stay tuned for the next vid. Hope you enjoyed this one and hope you guys enjoy this series on this car in general. It is definitely gonna be super rad. Really cool project, happy to be a part of it. And until the next one, guys, peace.